Hi everyone, it's Gail. Welcome to another little episode of Craft with me. I've been itching to play with putting napkins on cardstock. So we're going to play with that a little bit today. And chat and do the usual things we do in a craft with me. And first I want to say hi and hugs to Doris, Mary Beth, Pat, and Barb. Thank you so much for being part of my crafting world. I just appreciate you all so much. So I've got quite the mess on my desk as usual. But what I decided I wanted to do is I got this cardstock at Hobby Lobby and it's heavyweight. I've got a white pack and a cream pack. And it's heavyweight, which I did not see that when I bought it, and it won't go through my printer. So I probably could fuss with it and make it work, but I just decided I'm just going to use it for other things. So I'm going to set these kind of aside and we'll pull from those based on what the napkin looks like and what we think we want, whether we want white underneath or the cream colored. And I'm using that heavy cardstock. You can also do this on freezer paper, and we might give that a try. I got some in Happy Mail and maybe we'll try that too. But what I'm thinking with the heavy cardstock is tags and pockets and things like that. So what I have here is I have my little craft iron, and it is, the brand name is Steam Fast. My husband got me this several years ago for Christmas. So I've got that at the ready here, and then 2 pieces of parchment paper, one for the top, one for the bottom. So we've got that. Let's start with a white piece of cardstock. I'm going to put that down on my parchment paper. I'm going to move my napkins over too a little bit. I think we'll start with this one because I just think it's gorgeous. So I think I'm going to want it so that the logo isn't on. So I think what I'll probably do is kind of try and line up the sides a little bit. I don't know. Obviously we will have leftover, but I wanted to do the full sheet of cardstock because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with these. I just wanted to do some. So, okay, so now I have plastic wrap. Both the parchment paper and the plastic wrap I just got at the dollar store because, you know, no sense in spending a ton of money on this. So it's not the good, so it doesn't really even want to tear. Oh, there's the teary thing down there. Okay, operator error already. Okay, well, that was more difficult than it needed to be. And so you just put the plastic wrap down on the cardstock, from what I understand. This is my first time doing this, so I'm going to be learning on camera, which, you know, I do that a lot. That is really goobered up right there. That's going to be the challenge, is just working with the plastic wrap. Okay, get it as smooth as I can there. Okay, and now I'm going to put on, you know what, I'm going to go from this side because it doesn't have a logo. So try and get most of the butterflies. Okay, so there we go there. Put parchment paper over the top. And I am just doing this on my glass craft mat. From what I understand, you need a heavy surface, not a heavy surface, a sturdy surface. I think you can use, I guess you can use your ironing board. And I do have a little ironing board that goes with my craft. Oh boy, I barely made it on that end. Okay, hang on a minute, guys. I'm going to turn this around because I'm catching the hangover of the napkin. On this side, I barely got it to cover, but I did. I covered it. So I'm not sure how long this takes, but I figured if we're crafting together, you've got things to do while I'm ironing and babbling into the camera. So let me continue on the iron part of things. The iron has to be dry, no steam coming out of it. So that's a good thing to know. And this little craft iron, my husband got it for me for Christmas at on Amazon. So that's where it came from. And like I say, I'm just doing it on my glass craft mat. I saw, let's see, what is her name? Purple Cottage Crafts. Scrap and Abby is her name. And she has a great video, a tutorial, not a craft with me. This is more like a craft with me, about how to do this. And so you could check her out too. And she actually did hers on a wooden table. She said it didn't get too hot and it was just fine. So yeah, so okay, I'm just gonna check it because again I have no idea. Oh, it seems to be adhered, but not so good in the middle right there. Okay, so right here I'm just gonna give it a good bit of heat. It's nice to know you can tell if it, you know, if it's stuck or not. Good to get the edges really good and stuck, and I think I was kind of concentrating on that and neglected the middle of the napkin. But yeah, you want your parchment paper so you don't get any plastic on your iron. So yeah, I'm excited. I think this will be fun. What a fun way to make some decorative paper. And I'm just kind of standing here. It's a little awkward with the camera set up, but you know, if you're gonna film it, you got to have the camera set. Ooh, that is pretty. Okay, this part right down here is all not attached. Okay, I'm getting there. I think it's gonna work well. It's just, you know, that the operator doesn't know what she's doing here. You really have to have enough heat to melt the plastic, I guess, in all areas. So I didn't quite cover that, so I'll do a better job on the next try here. I got, oh, and the other thing is you have to take, oh, sorry. You have to take the white layers of napkin off, which I got a lot of these ready beforehand. Oh, see, I sort of fixed that. Yeah, it just needs, oh, see, here's the thing is the plastic doesn't go all the way. Okay, so let's see if we can fix that. Where's my scissors? Let's see if we can fix that by grabbing some of this plastic and sticking it under that corner. Craft with me / learn with me. Yeah, I was just thinking if we put a little of the overhang plastic there, that might, I don't know, we'll see if that works. Okay, need another little chunk. I don't know that it's going to be completely smooth because this plastic is a little bit bumpy, but okay, well, let's try that in that corner, see if that works. I seem to be all pretty well in camera, which is good. I think I might have done it. I think it might have stuck. It did. Cool. Okay. So I need to get a bigger piece from the get-go, I think. Okay, that edge isn't. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be a super great craft with me because it takes a long time to get it to stay down, but okay, so that's good. This edge seems good. This edge needs a little bit. So I do have some things to talk to you about while I'm doing this, so that it's not totally boring. So next napkin we do, I'll launch into that. Okay, well, let's see now how we are. Okay. A little bit right there on that top edge. Right about here. So this is going to be a little time consuming, I see that. But a fun way to use napkins, and you know, I'm going to have a good chunk left of that napkin to just put in for, you know, collage or whatever else. Okay, but it's not really stuck right there either. I think I need a sort of a plan for going over the piece of cardstock in a kind of a planned way, so that all the edges, all the middle is all stuffed down. Okay, I think I got it now. So let's cut this and see what we got. Hopefully. Yeah, I definitely need a bigger piece of plastic. That was part of my problem. So do it better than me. When you try this, do it better than me, because okay, that needs to stay down so I can cut it. But I want to see what this piece looks like, as maybe you do too. Okay, so just cutting on the edge. I suppose you could use your you know, your rotary cutter for this. That plastic does not want to stay down. But I got too much going on my table to get my rotary cutter out too, so we're not gonna mess with that. Okay, so I might keep these little pieces in case I goober up again. Okay, so I have this whole piece that I can use in another project, so we'll set it aside. And let's just real fast cut around this and see what we ended up with. Yeah, the rest will be quicker to cut because that edge just really wanted to flop over. It's got a really nice feel. The texture in the front has a really nice feel, so that's fun. I don't know. Just cut right through there. Well, 10 hours later, we've got the first one done. Or what? Oh my gosh, 15 minutes. 15 minutes per piece of paper. I've got to get better at this, right? Okay, this part can be used for collage too. But there's the piece of paper. Isn't that fun? See, I didn't get it close enough down there. So my positioning needs some work. That's what needs some work. Okay, I want to do one. I think I have over here, I have napkins for to use for my winter's tail Oh, which one to use? So these, I just pulled these because they were good colors. I have the birdie and the bunny too. I don't know. I don't think I want to do this with them. You know, this one's speaking to me. Let's do this one. So if you haven't seen me do my little trick for getting the backs off, I'll show that too. And this is Crafty Irina. I learned this from her. So there you go. And then you've got, and you can save these and use them for other projects. Making the base of a fabric paper is one thing. I think this might have another one. Yeah, it looks like it does. Looks like it does. There we go. Yeah, and then it just really easily comes off. Now this one, see how it's got a really light impression of the napkin? So that one can be used in other things. I mean, we may even just try to do that on a piece of cardstock. Okay, I am going to use white again because that particular project is a lot of blue and a lot of white. Okay, so get more plastic. That's first thing I learned. Okay, let's stick that back. Trying to keep it on the glass so it doesn't melt my table. My table's plastic. Okay, so let's get this down in a good way that covers the entire paper. All right, that is better. That is better. Yeah, that's better. It's easier to get it flat too by having more of it. Okay, and so then the napkin, I'm going to make sure that it is well over on all sides. Yep. It's much better, Gail. Much better this time. Okay. Let's see what we do. And I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try from the middle out, just because, you know, the folds in the napkin, just try to smash those out. So while I am doing this one, I wanted to tell you that we are going to, got to turn it around again, guys. My cord of my iron hits this edge of the paper and then I'm in trouble. We are going, for the end of the week this week, we're going to go to my daughter's. My granddaughters have a whole bunch of basketball games and my daughter lives in a different town. So we are going to go there. So I just wanted to let you know that there won't be any videos for, I don't know, we're going to be there 4 days, I think. So, and this is the daughter that's having the health challenges and she's doing much better. Thank you for all of your prayers for her, because she really is doing a lot better. And so between the prayers and the medicine, I think we're making some progress. So, but yeah, anyways, I wanted you to know that there might not be, well, actually, we're going Thursday till Sunday, and actually Thursday we're not going till afternoon, so I could get a video. The part that's hard, I mean, I can totally get them filmed, but it takes so long to upload it to my computer, and then takes so long to upload it to YouTube that, you know, I try and film in the morning because it takes all afternoon to upload. Sorry, every once in a while my shoulder's hitting the camera tripod here. But I feel like I'm maybe being a little more, what do I want to say? A little more systematic. That's the word I want on getting this down. So, okay, so I did inside out. Now what I'm going to do is go all the way around slowly the edges and see how I do. So yeah, so anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I think on Friday, while the girls are in school, I'm thinking might hit some antique stores and see what kind of trouble I can get into. Because I think it would be really fun to see if I can find some. I went to the one, she has one right by her house, and I went there a couple times ago when we were there, and have yet to. I got a fun thing to share on Etsy, but haven't gotten it listed yet. So, but there's a big antique mall that's up the road about 10 minutes, and I was thinking maybe of going there. And it's always fun to go to a Goodwill in a different town, just because they just have different things than in your town, you know. Oh my gosh, isn't that gorgeous? That is so pretty. See, I'm thinking about using this as a pocket or a page or something. Oh, you guys, I did so good. Much better. Okay, so having a system of going from the outside in. Look at that. I did it all. It's all stuck already. Oh, cool. Now my glasses are hitting my tripod. It's a little awkward, but we're getting her done. Okay, that worked great. Of course, maybe my iron's a little bit warmer too, because it's been on for a while, so I don't know, but feeling a lot better about this one. Yeah, it's just like anything else. Practice. So I was trying to think. I had a suggestion yesterday for a video. What was it? I can't remember. But I was thinking, oh, I know what it was. It was how to start an Etsy shop, and you know, do's and don'ts and whatever. And I don't know that I could do a whole video on that, mostly because my daughter opened my Etsy shop for me years ago, before I was ready. I was still working full-time. I had my bricks and mortar store. It was like Etsy was one more thing that I couldn't handle at the time. And so as far as beginning setup, I didn't do my own store, so I don't even know. Look how fun that turned out. Oh yeah, I love that. Okay, I am super excited about putting that in that journal. Okay, what do we have for pieces? Now see, these are stuck to the plastic, so this one's not. I would call the ones stuck to the plastic are basically garbage. But there should be quite a bit of this piece. Yep. Good bit of that piece left. So if I want to decoupage that on a little ephemera or something, I can. Okay, so this part's garbage. Okay, so that's fun. That's way fun. And I don't know that I think, oh, you know what? Let's try this one. This one's going to be similar, and I think it might go in a winter's tale too. And then I just have all these just fun ones that are just fun. Like, look at that one. So anyways, we'll do some more. I'm feeling like we want to do this on cream because it's cream on the inside. So let's do that. Haven't done a cream one yet. So we'll do that. And this one's already got its layers taken off. So we just need a good sheet of plastic. Boy, that made a difference too. Not being so stingy with my plastic wrap was a good thing. Come on, tear. Oh my goodness. You know, I swear they've had these little metal edges on plastic wrap and the like for 50 years. I can't believe nobody's come up with a better idea because they really are so hard to undo. Okay, once again, got a good bit of plastic, so that's awesome. Okay, this time I'm going to put this so that the overhang is at the back. And we'll just, once again, make sure we have a good bit of overhang on the edges. Ooh, I think that's going to be pretty too. Okay. Yep. Okay, so I'll start in the middle and try and get that wrinkle out of there. So anyway, back to the Etsy thing. My daughter set up my store for me, and then I didn't do anything with it for like a couple of years until I retired and started doing YouTube videos and stuff. I guess if I have any advice at all on a do for your Etsy store, is I think it's really a thing of sort of anymore. It's like multimedia marketing, you know. And if you have an Etsy store, one thing you have to factor in time-wise is you do have to have the marketing aspect, or you know, you can have the best products in the world and nobody knows you're out there. So you know, I mean, I do YouTube and Facebook. I do not do Instagram. I have an Instagram account and I like to look at it because my granddaughters are into it. But I'm going to say that, you know, there comes a point where there's only so much you can keep up with. And as is, you guys might be shocked to hear this, but as is, I spend 3 to 4 hours a day just communicating with all of you. That's not filming the videos. That's not doing the uploading. That's not doing the crafting. That's just communicating. Looking at all the comments, answering things on Etsy and Messenger and email. So, you know, I guess what I'm saying, I'm going to go around the edge now really slowly. I guess what I'm saying is if you want to have success on whether it's YouTube or Etsy or whatever, just know that it's a lot of work and a lot of time. You know, it just doesn't come without that. And it puts me in mind, my son's track coach said at his track banquet one year, he said, "He who works the hardest gets the luckiest." And I thought that was such an interesting and a good lesson for those boys, but such an interesting way to look at it, because I think it's true. I mean, it's not just gonna poof happen, you know, you got to work at it. So there's my Etsy advice. I think you just need multi-pronged social media marketing to get your word out there. Because when I very first started and put things on my Etsy, they didn't sell because nobody knew I was there, and nobody knew who I was and that kind of stuff. It was several years of working on getting the word out via YouTube that now, you know, people have found my shop and favorited it and whatever for Etsy. So I hope a couple of those things help whoever was asking about that, because yeah, it is interesting in this modern world that we're in. It's just, you know, you just kind of gotta be out there, and there's consequences with that, which, like I say, you know, 3 to 4 hours a day on communicating is one of them, you know. And of course, when I very first started, it wasn't like that. But I love communicating with you guys, and I love what I'm doing. My husband says, he says, I'm retired and you're still working, which is the truth. It's just I'm just doing something I love, and I get to do it from home, and I get to do it on the hours that work for me. For me, it works great too, and you guys probably know this from communicating with me. I look at all of the places. I look at YouTube and email and Etsy and Messenger in the morning and at night, and then I pretty much try to leave it alone during the day, because that could be all you do. Look at that one. That one's pretty, right? Ooh, I love that. Okay, so that might be another one that may work for the Winter's Tale Journal. Whew, that's fun. Okay, I've got good extra pieces here. I'm just making a stack of them over here on my side. Let's do a fun one now. Let's do this birdie one. This one's cool. Oh, and this one's cool too. You guys have sent me such cool napkins. Oh, I think I want to do this one. Let's do this one. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Okay, so we'll go ahead, and I'm going to go with white on this one. Yeah, so anyway, I hope that helps a little bit. And I have done some actual, you know, talking with individuals about this that are you know, trying to get things going, and yeah, it's a commitment for sure. It is, but it's really fun, and it's very it's what do I want to say, rewarding, you know. And the relationship with all of you is what makes it so rewarding. So that's why I feel like the communicating part is really important, because, you know, that's where we have relationships with each other. And I have met some amazing people, some wonderful people, some friends that I feel like will be friends forever. And okay, so I'm tempted to get that right up there. I'm scared because the last time that didn't work so well for me, but I really want the postage mark and stuff there. So can I get that up slightly? So we're gonna try it. The nice thing is you can see the cardstock through, and so you can kind of see that. Sorry, I'm hitting the camera. I know, awkward. Yeah. So anyway, it is fun, and I have loved every minute of it. There is sometimes there's work to be done about drawing boundaries for yourself, which you guys know. I decided this year to work on that a little more, and you know, and not take the custom orders. That's helping a lot. I've had to draw some boundaries on, you know, what sorts of things I get involved in sort of on the side, I guess you'd say. For instance, I had a communication from a like a planner company that wouldn't I want to partner with them or whatever. And then I also got one from a die cut and stamp place. I think maybe it was in China. And I just oops, I keep hitting you with my glasses. I just declined. I just said no, sorry. It's so hard to get to my ironing without hitting the camera. Okay, let's do the edges. So anyway, I just declined on those, you know. I mean, I have design teams that are important to me, and relationships that I want to maintain. And, you know, let's face it, one person, there's only so much time in a day. And as it is, you know, I spend a good part of it with you all. So it's like, nah. First of all, planners aren't really my thing. I used to use them all the time when I worked, but my husband and I use the same calendar just so that we know what's up, you know, with the other one. So, okay, I think I might have gotten that pretty well. Let's check it. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. I love that. And my little process of the middle, it does smooth out the you know, fold wrinkles. So doing that, and then doing this, and then doing this, and then going around the edge, that's the ticket. That's what's working. Okay. Wow, that is pretty. Let's cut it off and I'll show you. Oh my gosh, see, now I'm kind of cooking along. It's only 37 minutes. Yeah, so this was funny. Last night I had a message from one of my subbies on Messenger, and she was talking about doing this, putting napkins on cardstock. And I was like, that's so weird that you would bring that up, because that's exactly what I was going to do tomorrow. I was going to do a video. I want to make some, because I'm thinking of those ones, those two that we made that would go with the Winter's Tale journal. I'm thinking I might put one of them in the signature and use the other one as pockets. So anyway, I just thought it was so weird that she brought that up right when I was going to do it. So the universe was talking to us or through us or something. Anyway. There we go. Oh my gosh, look at that one, you guys. Isn't that pretty? Oh yeah, that's going to be so fun for spring journal when we get to that point. Ooh, yeah, I love it. That's real fun. Oops, I hit the camera once again. I'm going to quit apologizing about hitting the camera. You're just going to know that that's going to happen a little bit in this craft with me, because it's just right in my road. Okay, so what one do we want to do now? Ooh, that's a pretty one. That's a pretty, oh, sorry. I was saying that one is pretty, and that one is pretty. This one, I think, for boho. Yeah, I just grabbed some that I thought would be kind of pretty. This is going to be pretty. Just this sort of watercolory looking thing, and the bird. You know what I kind of want to do? Let's do it. Let's do this second sheet, this one from the blue, and see what happens. See how it turns out. might as well experiment while on camera, because I can do those other ones off camera. I'm gonna turn on a little football this afternoon and maybe do a few more. I have another video that I want to do too, so I don't know. I'm gonna maybe try and do that. And I thought maybe if I could get a video ahead or something, then I would be able to not have as long of a break in between going to my daughter's. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I'm so curious to see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm going to go this way with it because I went ahead and tore the one part. Okay. I think it's probably important to kind of get it straight. Okay, let's do this one. So the other video, again, was some things I wanted to do for the Winter's Tale journal, and I thought, well, I'll just do a video of it. And I wasn't doing a start to finish on the Winter's Tale, but I thought I could at least do bits and pieces, you know, because I've already done some ephemera. So it's supposed to snow here all day today. It's just like spitting a few flakes right now. But I thought, ooh, what a great day to be in my craft room. And yeah, so it's supposed to be snowy, but it's supposed to clear up. Oops. It's supposed to clear up in time for us to go to my daughter's house, so that's good. Because we're not fans of traveling in the middle of a storm anymore. First of all, we don't see well enough, you know, in the snow. So yeah, we'll just, it's good that it's going to be nice. So we went yesterday. We went to my daughter's. We're just racking up the miles, I'll tell you, and watched both girls play. They were in a tournament, but we just watched them play one game midday because, again, we don't like to drive at night either because neither one of us see as good as we used to. And there's so many deer, you know, in this area that you can just run into one of those little things so easily. But they did a good job. My youngest granddaughter, she wasn't feeling good, but she just played. God love her, she just played. Okay, so let's look at this one. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's just super light, but really kind of pretty. Love that. Love that. Okay, I'm not going to take time to cut it because we could do at least one, maybe two more if I don't take time to cut it. So I was thinking about doing one of these birdie ones. How about, I was looking at this one. Because this actually might go with a Winter's Tale too. Because there is some pinks in it. I don't know. But I'm gonna love these because I think I'm gonna do cream on this one. I'm gonna love these because I'll just have them for other things too. Oh, so fun. So fun. Okay. Get some plastic out here. It's working a lot better since I've not been so stingy with my plastic. So much better. So I think I told you in a recent video too that my son was here. He was here Friday night and was so good. He's so fun. And, you know, it's a rare thing once they're married and have children and everything. It's a rare thing to get them by themselves. And he was here because his brother-in-law coaches one of the high school teams. I think I told you that. And so he wanted to go to the crosstown rivalry game. And so my husband didn't feel like going, so it was just he and I. So I had a little sun date, which was so fun. We saw lots of people that we both knew, and you know, it's fun for him because he lives in a different town now. So coming home is just a fun thing for him. You know, I should tell you too, my glass is not getting very hot with this. I wasn't sure how that would be, but it doesn't seem to be holding the heat much, so this is working great. It is nice to have the firmness of the glass and the table, especially, you know, getting the folds out and stuff. So I think it's good. Yeah, I think we might be able to do this one and one more. Well, we might be able to do several, which is great because I can cut these while I'm watching football. Whoops, got on the plastic, just what I told you not to do. At least it's a craft iron and I don't iron my clothes with it. So let's see how that one is. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. Ooh, so fun. So fun. Okay, so now put that one up in the stack to cut later. And what else do we want to do? Let's try this one. I was curious to see what this watercolor would look like. I think I'm going to do white underneath so that it's like really is the true colors of the watercolor. Okay, and then it's over. Didn't really try any on freezer paper, but to be honest, I really want the heft of cardstock, so I think that will work. Oh, there's my laundry yelling at me. Woman's work is never done. But meanwhile, while I've been doing this, my husband went to get groceries. So, you know, I got no room to complain whatsoever. So let's move you over a little bit. Okay. Middle here. It's a little harder to see the cardstock under this one. It's a fairly dark napkin. So I'll have to do it by feel. This is fun though. This is really fun. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get all the ones that I had, all the napkins that I had peeled. I might try and get them all done today. And just have a little store of this paper to work from. I know what we should try. Let's see, will we have time? I think we will. Let's try a smaller napkin and see how they are on the cardstock. I don't know that they're gonna go to the edge, you know. Guess I kind of zipped over that corner a little bit quick. I don't know who first came up with this technique, but talk about ingenious to just melt the plastic and have that be your adhesive, more or less. I Just think that's pretty amazing. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Boy, they're just holding just really great. Okay, so that's going to be this one. Isn't that pretty? That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. That's fun. Okay, so if we were to take a small napkin, let's try this one. I don't think I have the backs off it. I think I had grabbed a couple that it was like, ooh, I really think those would be pretty, but haven't gotten the backs off of them yet. Okay, put that over here. I don't know what the... I was thinking this one might have some nice print on it. It's funny how some, the print doesn't go through to the second one, and some it does, but oh, it's so light that you can't even see it. So I'll put that in my layering pile there. Okay, so I think a cream one would be nice for this one. So what's going to happen here? It's just going to be it's every square says that's okay. Yeah, well, it just leaves a little strip undone, but that's okay. Let's just try it. I'm going to try not to, I mean, I'd like to use that strip of I'd like to use this strip of cardstock that's left, but I don't know if it's going to have plastic stuck on it or what. So we'll just give this a try, see what happens. Okay. And then I'm going to go kind of to the corner because I want as much of it as I can. Okay, we'll see what happens with this one as far as the leftover goes. It's like what it reminds me of is like 6x6 scrapbook paper, except this will be more like 4x4, not even quite, because you don't get the whole napkin. Good bit around the edges again. Okay, let's see what that did. Ooh, it's pretty. It's really pretty. Yeah, that'll work, and that comes off of the cardstock, so that can still be used. But I'm gonna want to make sure that it's, I think we'll want to cut it before pulling it on anything. The other thing I was thinking of doing was trying just a regular piece of paper to see how that would do. Let me just, let's see, where do I have some paper? Let me grab something here. Got one. Just, this is just copy paper. So let's try that on that. We'll set this one aside. But it's pretty, isn't it? Okay, so I'll set that one aside. Let's try just regular paper. I don't know how it'll be. I might make a mess. I don't know. Because I don't think I've seen anybody do just regular lightweight paper. But if it works, it would be fun to use in, you know, in your signatures, I think. Oops, got that kind of, okay. Well, let's experiment. Let's take, what one would I use in a, maybe let's try this bird one, because it would be good in a autumn journal as a page if we felt that it was gonna look good that way. Oops, sorry, hitcha. Don't even have the excuse of I'm trying to iron. Oh shoot, just ripped the napkin. Trying to hurry because it's almost an hour in. Of course, haste makes waste. That, oh geez, that saying came from somewhere, didn't it? Okay. So let's, oops, darn it. So once I'm done filming, I am going to shove my tripod over to the side so I can do this a little easier, I think. Okay, so let's see what happens on regular copy paper. Oops, back here. See what the paper's like. I think this will be an interesting experiment because, just like I say, I haven't seen anybody do this. Put it just on copy paper. But it'd be nice in journals because then you've got the other side could be journaled on, you know? Okay, so edges. So my son had to get home yesterday because his youngest, his little girl, she got the honor of being a sideline reporter for the Lady Grizz, which is the University of Montana. And she is in the 5th grade. And they had kind of a women in sports tribute sort of a day. And they had all these little girls. It was so cute. These little girls, one of them got to announce the players, you know, how they do at the beginning of the game. And all the girls that were doing other things got to be in the line that the team ran through, you know, to go out on the court and stuff. And the mascot was right there. And it was just so cool. I was so proud of her. She's quite the little go-getter. Okay, so let's see what we got. I don't know. I think it worked, you guys. Okay, let's cut this one just so we can see what it's like on the paper. Oops, I'm so sorry. Gosh, I said I wasn't going to apologize anymore, didn't I? I am. And I'm really not apologizing to the camera. Somebody said that in a comment. It's so funny when you apologize to the camera. I'm not apologizing to the camera. I'm apologizing to you guys because it makes the picture jump. Oh, so funny. I think this is going to work, though. I'm excited about this little discovery. Oh, yeah, it is. It is going to work. Whoops. Try not to cut the paper, Gail. Shoot, I keep getting into the paper. It's not guiding the scissors like the cardstock does. Okay, let's see what we got. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So see, then that's just paper and could be in your signature like so. I mean, seriously, how cute is that? So now I kind of want to know if you could put something on the back too. Right? Okay, what do we got? Oh, we're after an hour. That's all right. I'm going to still try this and just see if it works. So, let's use, oh, this is too little. What could we use? Let's use this butterfly one that's real light, just as an experiment to see. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I'll work fast. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, you guys, if this goes much over an hour, it takes all dang day to upload it. It used to upload faster on my computer until I got my new phone, and I don't know what my new phone did to it, but it does not load fast anymore. Okay, so that's just there. Okay. Let's see what happens if we do the other side. Just a couple of maybe new things that at least they haven't been in the videos that I've looked at. It's kind of like when you get going, it's like, oh, well, let's try this. And I wonder how this would work. So funny. I don't iron clothes anymore, but you know I'll iron a craft project. I haven't had my ironing board out forever. I mean, my husband and I, we don't need it now that we're not working. I mean, what am I going to do? Iron my yoga pants? I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happened. Oops. Didn't get that corner very well. It's because the cord gets in the way. Attaching itself to the plastic there. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if it did anything to the other side. The other side seems fine. So let's quick chop that off and see how it acts when we try and fold it and things like that. It's tough to get right up to the paper, and then I don't want to leave plastic, but I also don't want to cut the paper too much. Okay, get rid of that. You know, I think this worked, you guys. I'm so excited. So I still haven't done my promised live jelly printing session. I do still plan to do that. We've just been so busy with all this travel and stuff. And I've had such a mess in my room, I couldn't really pull out jelly printing too. So, okay. So now I've got kind of the light pattern on the back. I've got the birds on the front. It just folds right up and is ready for a signature. How fun is that? Yay, I'm glad that worked. That was fun. Okay, guys. Well, I think I best be signing off now. So thanks so much for crafting with me, and we will just see you next time. Bye, everyone.